What's up, you guys? Happy Friday night. Welcome to episode 87 of the First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. How you doing tonight, brother?
Wow, I'm good. I'm good. Wow, 87. Wow.
87.
On the
87.
eve, on the eve of the eve.
7.
Wow. Before we get on, I just want to wish all our followers, subscribers, Happy New Year. Thank you again for sticking it out with us
Absolutely.
for another year.
Wow, 2023. Here
Yeah.
it comes.
Yeah. Please continue to like and subscribe, pass on the word, respond, drop us a line.
We gonna get a Jet win for New Year's?
I hope so, Kev.
We gonna get a late Christmas present?
I hope so, Kev. But you know what? That old Jet fan in me who's trying to turn the new leaf and listen to the new breed of Jet fan, I don't think we're gonna get this win.
It's like it's Buffalo all over again with Fitzpatrick, right?
Yeah. And I think there's going to be a shit show on Monday, and everyone is going to be screaming that, you see, half the fan base will blame Mike White, half the fan base will wish Zach was here. I shouldn't say half, a third, and the other third will pray that Derek Carr is our new quarterback. You have any thoughts on the Derek Carr?
No.
Would you like to see him here for whatever his contract is, 29 million, whatever, 20?
Too much money, man. Too much money. Too much money. You want to bring him, at a better price to compete or something, but come on.
Well, you're going to have to make a trade. The thing is, the Derek Carr situation is going to happen quick.
So I don't know. Is he bringing Devontae Adams with him?
Who knows? Devontae Adams is not happy at all if you listen to Devontae Adams. And here's the thing with the Derek Carr. If he is not released, I think it's by January 3rd or the 4th, his money kicks in and goes on the books for the Raiders. So there's not going to be a trade partner by the 3rd unless there's a real desperate team out there. So he's going to be cut, and then he's going to be free game through the is it when you're cut, does it go through the waiver wire, or does anyone pick you up? And I don't know all those details. Again,
you're cut, right?
I guess it doesn't matter. And the Jets could pick him up on the 4th, couldn't they?
Well, sure.
Anyway.
Sure. Well, 7-8 against 7-8. Geno's revenge.
Oh, Geno's revenge. Kevin, all the makings are there. I'm just this is just me. I'm breaking away from all the other Jet way of thinking. I just feel like if we win this game and we win the Miami game and we get to the playoffs but get smacked, yeah, it was a great season. It was a pretty good season either way. I just don't know what happens. Is Mike White our guy? Are we going to give him the 5-year deal? Are we going to ride Mike White for 5 years?
Let's see what happens the next 2 games.
Yeah.
If the guy, he goes out Sunday and lights it up, Seattle's defense is very suspect. So,
but I again, you're right. And I shouldn't say this because he wasn't there, but so was Jacksonville's and so was the Lions. And I'm going to repeat this, Kev, because we had fun last week. Because, any chance I get to talk about my boy Sam, I'm going to do it. Sam beat the Lions, huh?
Sure did. Looks good, don't he?
Yeah. Hold on, Kev. I got something I'm going to pull up. Bear with me. I know this is a Jet podcast. But I got some interesting numbers that I think Jet fans would love. Let me see if I could find it. Hold on.
I know what your numbers are gonna say.
Go ahead. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Go ahead, lay it on us.
I am. So for all the Jet fans who wanted Sam out, and towards the end I did too. I became a sheep and I went with everyone else's way of thinking. Sam Darnold in the month of December has the fourth best passer rating with 104.4. Only Mahomes, Goff, and Purdy are ahead of him.
There you go.
That's all I'll have to say on that Sam Darnold front.
And, not that I even want to waste time on the other quarterback, but don't you have something to say? Wasn't there something? Wasn't there something with his mother or something calling us toxic fans?
Yeah, so
We're a toxic fan base.
yeah, and I'm gonna bear with me with this one because I have to pull up some numbers as well.
And then after this, I'm going to get to the defensive coordinator of Seattle.
Okay. Okay.
About how that rookie QB there or cornerback, Tariq Woolen, has to cover Chris Garrett. He's got to cover Corey Davis and Chris Garrett.
Yeah. He couldn't even get him.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a guy's going to be the rookie of the year, probably. They couldn't get his name right. There's disrespect, huh?
Yeah. I hope he don't. I hope he lets him know who he is Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Kevin, you brought up that somebody on social media, I guess, went after Zach Wilson's mom and kind of ripped her son. Now, for me, that's out. You never go to a parent or anything. You never rip somebody. I understand it's football. You're mad at the player, but leave the family out of this.
Yeah, right.
But I want to defend us Jets as a whole because she called us toxic. She said nobody could play well there. They boo their own. I get all that.
Only if you stink.
Yeah, I get all that. But what I want to say, what others see as toxic, now maybe I'm just jaded because I've been a fan of this franchise for now 47 some odd years. They're 62 years old, 63 years old. What they see as toxic, I see as a fan base that's been hurt, been
frustration. Yes.
You know what they say, like married couples have the 7-year itch. After 7 years, they're looking around. We go through, as Jet fans, the 3-year itch. Mm-hmm, every 3 years, it's a new quarterback, new GM, new coach. New quarterback, new GM, coach. Yep. I don't think we're toxic. I think we're passionate, but we don't have a lot to be passionate about. And I'm going to read you some numbers. So when we get a quarterback that everyone is bragging about and high on, we're feeling like, all right, we finally got this right. Mm-hmm. Now, outside of Jet Nation, they might want to say we ruined another quarterback. I see that we ruined Sam, but with Zach, why I don't feel we ruined him? Because I seen other quarterbacks run this
come in and run it. Absolutely.
Run this offense.
Yes, so again, absolutely.
Where you see us as toxic, and I get it from the outside perspective, you have to realize we're a fan base in over 62 years that only has 18 winning seasons. That means a 9-7 record or better. 18 out of 62 years. That's what? Barely a third?
Yep.
Barely a third of our existence?
Yep.
Okay.
And you've seen 4 other quarterbacks run the system.
Yes. I'm going to go back again. In the 62 years, we had 10 seasons where we were 8-8. And in football talk, that's considered a winning season. To me, it's not. 8-8 doesn't get you into the playoffs. Unless you're in a crap division that year.
Right. Yeah.
We had, as a fan base, 34 losing seasons. So I'm 47 years old, and 34 of those years, this team has had a losing season, which means 7-9 or less was their record for 34 seasons. We made the playoffs 14 times in our existence, and our playoff record is 12-13. And we have one Super Bowl that if you're 56 and under, you probably don't even remember it. Even if you were 3 or 4, you can't really say you remember it.
Absolutely.
So I understand that we yell, we scream, but it's more out of the passion and our love for the team. Not that we're toxic. One guy reaching out to somebody's mom and ripping her and him does not make for the whole fan base.
Listen, she's just pissed because there were 70,000 people booing her kid. Yeah. Well, all right.
I get it. And I would be pissed
thinking
too.
the field up.
Yeah, I would be pissed too, but I got to keep it to myself. The other thing I'm going to say, and this goes to anyone that if your son is going to be drafted by the New York Jets, parents, and this is just as a parent who has a son myself, not on that level yet. Fingers crossed, maybe in 6-7 years, I'm on that level. Right now, I'm not. What I'm going to say to you is that if you have a son who's going to be drafted by the Jets in the first round, whether he's a quarterback, especially a quarterback, a receiver, or whatever he is, as a parent, go back and do the research on this team's history. You'll see how many years this team has been jolted. And it's not that we're toxic. We're passionate. We welcome everyone. We welcome our draft picks. We love our draft picks. We rant and cheer about it. But when you don't show us what we want to see,
and when you
get angry.
Disappointment after disappointment after the frustration builds and builds and builds and builds. Hey, it's the biggest market there is, man. You win in this town, you're a king.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You lose, they're going to bury you.
Yeah. So I don't think we're toxic. I think we're passionate. You see, it's easy to be a Patriot fan because in the last 22 years, you had 7 Super Bowls, 19, 20 winning seasons where your record was better than 9-7. So those fans look like they're great and whatever. Year after year, we still root for this team. We come out and support this team. We buy the jerseys. We know what we're talking about. We root for our team. We do you go anywhere on social media, the Jet fan base is in droves. You go on anything on YouTube, there's a million Jet podcasts. You can't escape it. Even if you root for another team, you're bound to see it on your line. We're not a toxic fan base. We're a scorned fan base. We've been dealt cards over and over. Do I agree do I think it's right you're booing your team? You're a player on your team? No, but it happens. You can't be that thin-skinned about it, you know? Again, family, don't go after family. That's out. But I am putting it out there that I think if your kid is going to be drafted by the Jets, the family should know the history on this team and what they're getting into and how passionate and knowledgeable this fan base is.
Listen, you're talking to a guy who scaled the fence to scream at Ken O'Brien after a shit game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
And let me tell you, Kevin, and you could speak to this, and so could every Jeff fan out there. Zach Wilson could have shit the bed the first half Thursday night, but came out and lit it up, and all would have been forgiven because we just want to win. We have the pieces to win. But this team in front of you with this talent might even be better than the 2009 Jet team that Mark Sanchez led to an AFC championship.
But when you got a CFL guy, practice squad, and Chris Trevler that can come in and show you up, you know, and he wasn't expected. That's not saying
he threw meatballs. He threw meatballs. I keep going back to the play.
Come on, dude. You're the second pick in the draft.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be up here while they're down there.
Yeah. If Trevler would have hit Conklin in stride, and he scored the touchdown early enough in that quarter, who knows? But whatever. I just wanted to get it out there.
Again, make the change at halftime, but we won't even rehash that game.
I just wanted to put it out there because I'm a Jet fan, and I don't like when someone pees and rips on us. Don't piss on me, all right? And I get it. Listen, fans pay good money. I can't stop them from booing. I think, again, I'm going to say I think it was wrong that they went after the mom to talk negative about their son. But you have to know what this fan base and this organization went through. When your son is getting drafted by this team, do your research. I think, and people might tell me I'm crazy, but I think it's passion that we're giving comes off as toxic. And yeah, we debate on the social medias and we go after each other. No, that's stupid what you said. That's crazy what you said. It's because we're passionate, in my take on it.
Now, Now, me, I had no problem with the booing.
Okay, yeah. And I'm not going to fault you for it. You paid your
Doesn't
money for
bother
the
me. Doesn't bother me.
you
You got everything on the line. You got the playoffs on the line. You're playing a beatable defense, and that's what you do.
yeah.
You're at home, and that's what you do. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, no,
You
no.
deserve to be booed. You deserve to be booed. But I mean, hey, the offensive line deserves to be booed too. But
Yes. The offensive line has been terrible since the Buffalo game.
now, I don't know if you saw some of this on social media, but there were some stills of the offensive line supposedly whiffing blocks.
I saw one play. Yeah. So, Kevin, somebody's got to be fired, right? O-line coach? O-line coach maybe has to be fired.
I mean,
15 weeks in, 16 games in, guys are 15 games in, guys are missing assignments.
Well, no, I some of the stills were indicating that they were missed on purpose for a D lineman to get a clear path to the quarterback.
Really? Okay, I didn't know any of this. So if you have some more dirt, let it out.
No, that's all I saw, but that was the insinuation.
Okay. Now, why is that? Because this team just doesn't like Zach and they don't want him in the game?
That's what they were saying.
Okay. So you think the past comments when he said he didn't let the defensive down and this really didn't sit well with the other 51 starters in the locker room?
That's the word.
Okay.
That's the
word.
We're
going to see.
Well, I mean, look at the team. The team is freaking lifeless with this dude. And lifeless. They're lifeless. And the defense, they know they don't have a chance.
The sad part is, Kevin, if we could rewind 2 weeks ago, and I said to you, Kev, my premonition is that against the Lions, we're only going to give up 20 points in our building, and against the Jaguars, we're only going to give up 19 points, and you would have ran to Vegas and bet your life savings that we would have won this game because you would assume that we would have put 21 or more on the board, and we didn't.
No.
In our last 2 home games of the season, we scored a combined 22 points against the Lions and the Jaguars. Now, other people might say, hey, Greg, these are teams on the rise. I get it.
Okay, all right.
We're a team on the rise, and
supposedly
we did not
so are you, right?
And Kev, let's take a different spin on it. Because if they lose Sunday, all the Mike White told you so's are going to come out. This is not the right guy.
Yeah, of course.
How about if this team goes down and loses the last 2 games and goes down with a 6-game losing streak? Does that say, wait, hold on. Does that say something about the quarterback, the players, or the coaches? Did this team finally had enough?
All of the above. All of the above,
So what happens in 2023?
That's why I'm going this week with the anti-collapse jersey.
Okay.
We remember the 8-3 season when everything went into the shitter with Favre and Mangini. So I'm hoping by wearing the jersey this weekend, it like counteracts things.
I hear you. I'm a little worried because we all thought, if we could win 7 or 8 games and have meaningful football this late into the season for year 2 under Saleh, this team and coaching staff did their job. But can we still say that, Kevin, if this team goes out, and let's hope not, on a 6-game losing streak? Are the rumblings and the rumors that you hear Lock-in for put out there and other people put out there say that this coaching staff and this GM might be in trouble because Woody now had it up to here and did not like on national TV on a primetime game the boos raining down in his stadium? Are we to believe all that? Is this
for his number 2 pick?
Yeah. Is this where we're heading? If this team heads out on a 6-game losing streak, when 6 weeks prior we were the 7th seed, and there was talks about, ooh, we could be a number 1 if we do this, and
Dude,
this.
the division's in play.
Yeah. No, and we said it on our show. No team's gonna want to play us. No team's gonna want to play us. And now we end on a 6-game losing streak.
Listen,
Are the rumors that Lock and Four is putting out there, could they be true?
Maybe. Hey, Sean Payton's out there.
Could they be true? Is Woody thinking, like you just said, as crazy as it may be, Sean Payton is out there?
Sean Payton. You never know. Oh, look, all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers shows up with Sean Payton. Who knows? You don't know.
Again, what you're saying is no different than what Lock and Four is saying. You're throwing out there stuff to see if it sticks to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I always like to know where these rumors get started. Like, listen, Lock and Four is in the business. He has connections. Can some of it, what he's saying, be true? Can it be all false? You know, these guys hear the whispers. You had one primetime game all year with everything on the line. Everyone's watching it, and boos rain down in your stadium, on your team, and your field.
When you're saying Woody's had it up to here, it reminds me of Leon Hess coming out. I'm 80, whatever years old. Yeah. I'm tired of losing.
Yeah. And then we've always screamed, you know, Woody's got to sell the team. The best thing he could do is sell the team. But, you know, the last 2 years, he's been mum. He's gave Joe D the reins. And I'm not knocking Joe D here, although I still, and listen, I became a Zach guy. I still would like to see if they would have sold the pick, traded the pick, and got a ton more pieces, what would have happened? I don't know, maybe nothing. But what do we know at this point, Jeff? We're in the same boat again going into 2023 season. And now there's talks about the O-line coach go. Saleh might have to fire LaFleur to show this team he's got their backs and he's not more concerned about his coaches. We're in the quicksand again, Kev, no matter what happens.
And I don't think they take another quarterback with a high pick. I think you gotta go the free agency route. Okay. You have to.
All right, so let's play devil's advocate here,
with this team. Can you imagine like a Jimmy G or something, or a Rodgers or somebody coming in Rodgers comes in on a 2-year deal. You got Breece Hall, you got Garrett Wilson. You got Elijah Moore. You got me.
But you see, this is what I'm saying to you, Kev. This is where, and listen, I want to win just as bad as you and the other all Jet fans out there. But you bring, we dare to dream, all right? You're bringing in Aaron Rodgers for 2 years, okay? One, there's no guarantees we get to where we want to go. No. But then what happens after that 2 years? You're back to looking at a quarterback again. It seems like we're the only franchise that can't get this position right.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Rex had Sanchez for 2 years on the right track, and then that went to pot. Bowles never had a chance to have a quarterback. He had Sam for 1 year, if I remember right. Gase totally screwed with.
No, forget it. Yeah, forget it.
And now we're seeing this again. Like, did they screw Zach, or was Zach just not the guy? And again, I'm going to say it, everyone fell in love with that one stupid throw.
The difference between Zach and Sam is Sam showed you the guy had good games. Mm-hmm. The guy, it's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. 2 good throws, 4 bad throws. An incredible throw downfield. You throw it at the guy's feet on a screen.
The thing is, what I'm going to say to you, Kev, other than maybe that Tennessee game we won, was that two years ago with the overtime where they mixed the field goal or whatever, and we won that game. That's probably Zach hang your hat on game. That was probably the one game where he did all he could to give us a win. But I saw Sam do that with a less talented group.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I saw Sam go head to head with Aaron Rodgers, and we lost a nail biter.
I look back at I'm looking at where we are now, and I look back at the 2 New England games. You win one of those games, just one of them, and we're talking about something completely different here.
Or if Berrios holds on to the goddamn ball against
in Minnesota, yeah.
Now, Kevin, I have a topic, and I'm going to present it to you. So,
or if some kind of competent quarterback shows up for a crap ass team in your own building with the playoffs on the line.
Yep. You kind of wonder now, and it shows you, and I don't know if Jet fans realize this, and maybe they do. They're a lot smarter than me, or they think they are. The organization, you had to start seeing it, that they don't have faith in Zach. And I'm going to go back to 2 points.
He's not even active again.
I know.
So what does that tell you?
Yeah. Well, hear me out, and somebody correct me or give me an idea why I'm wrong. Because like I said, I don't know it all. I just speak from my heart. When Mike White got hurt against Buffalo, if there was Zach even active that week or no? Was he wasn't active that week, was he?
I don't think so.
I'm just wondering, let's say it was Flacco. I'm wondering if they would have sat Mike White so he didn't catch another beating and hurt those ribs even more, would have he been healthy to play against Detroit? Would he have been healthy to play against Jacksonville?
Personally, this week, I got a feeling about this game. I think he's going to come out and light it up.
Okay. I hope so. Kevin.
And then the typical thing we know, go out to Seattle, you win a huge game. Oh Oh, man, here we go. We're going to Miami. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, wow. The Dolphins beat the Patriots. Oh crap. Here we go.
But Kev.
And you know what happens down in Miami with Teddy Bridgewater as the quarterback in for Tua, right?
Kevin, I'll tell you what. How about this scenario? And
he runs all over the field like Randall Cunningham.
And Kevin, we're already going to know the results of the Miami-New England game before our game starts. No Tua. No, there's no guarantee. And Miami now has to go to a cold New England without Tua and hope Bridgewater's the guy. This is no longer an easy game. New England wins. The Seattle game won't mean diddly poo.
Well, yeah, sure it will. Because next week, New England goes to Buffalo in a game that Buffalo's going to need. New England only has to lose one of the last two. Doesn't matter, either or. To Miami this weekend or Buffalo next weekend.
All right, because I thought if New England won, they already have the one game advantage over us, and they own the tiebreaker against us.
We got to take the last two, okay?
All right. I believe you.
We're both 7-8. Okay. We win. We're 8-8. New England beats Miami. They're 8-8. We go to Miami. We win. We're 9-8. Right. New England goes to Buffalo. They lose. They're 8-9. Boom.
Okay.
Jets make the playoffs.
All right. Hey. We'll know what the outcome is in
I think
from now.
And I think Buffalo is going to need that game for the 1 seed because you got not only do you have Kansas City there, you got Cincinnati there.
Yeah. And Buffalo's playing, and Buffalo's got to play Cincinnati Monday night in Cincinnati. Not going to be easy.
No,
not going to be easy.
No, so they're going to need that game. They're going to need that game. I don't think you see starters resting or anything. They're going to need that game.
We'll see how it all plays out because if you're Buffalo and you're already in and you're the 2 seed, let's say, what do you care if you beat New England? You're going to see them the following week.
Well, the only reason they'll need the game is if the one's in play.
Okay. So we'll see what happens. It'll be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Again, I'm going to give you a topic, and you could do your homework on this, and we'll discuss after the season, however long that may be.
Mm-hmm.
5 key Jets that are going to get cut in the offseason. I already started my list.
Mosley.
The team's got to free up some money going into next year.
Mosley.
Well, you don't have to give them to me now. You could think about it after the next 2 games.
That's the first one that comes to my mind. Okay. So, but I'll think on it. So,
yeah.
Hey, Dwayne Brown returning to Seattle.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's not like a turnstile.
I got another topic for you. I got a question. What did you think of Lakeland Tomlinson's play this year? The kid we signed from the 49ers. Okay. So is Saleh being loyal to him to a fault? Why not sit him and bring in Lawrence Duvernay-Tardif for the next 2 games? What do you have to lose?
I don't know. Consistency. I don't know. Is that what you're looking for?
I don't know what I'm looking for, Kev, because the last 4 weeks, this offensive line
that
went
might
back
mean,
to...
that might mean. I don't know. And what happened to Herbig? Where's that? You were a badass. What happened?
Yeah, he had that one bad game, and he sat his ass real quick for whatever reason. But yet, Tomlinson is a 49er legacy. He's been having bad games, and yet they throw him out there time after time again. Is Saleh loyal to a fault? And that leads me back to, I said this to you a couple of weeks ago. Saleh needs to do something with this offensive coordinator, or this coordinator is going to take this ship down. Is Saleh going down with him? Kevin, if we lose this next 6 games, heads are going to roll. The question is, how much does Saleh, what's the guy who wears the mask who chops the head off? Is he going to be the one doing the chopping?
Or the executioner?
Yeah. Because you can't tell me, Kevin, we could go into next season with this coaching staff on a 6-game losing streak, where at one point in the season, we were the 5th seed.
Listen, if you go down in flames here, that's a problem. That's a real problem.
You're saying you're watching film and the person dissecting the film tells you this team looks like they're doing it on purpose. Has the players, are they done with this coaching staff and this way of thinking, of this, way this does things?
I think what that was indicating was it had more to do with the quarterback.
Okay. All right, then we're going to see this week, Kevin. We're going to know in 60 hours, 48, 5:30 here, 48 hours. Yeah, we're going to know in about 51 hours.
I think they were insinuating it was more of a, oh, whoops, I blew my assignment. Oh, did you just get crushed? Oh, I'm sorry.
I get what you're saying, and I find it comical that
did you just get hammered into next week? Oh,
you're
shit,
an NFL player, and you're judged by your play. You must really hate this kid if that's what's being insinuated. Guys are missing their assignment.
I'm not saying that.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what they were insinuating with the post. Yeah.
Wow. So it looks like Mims will be back. It looks like
Yep. Out of concussion protocol. Yep. Hey man, it's do or die.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. You lose, your season's over. Yeah.
So who comes out in the Grinch costume this week? Or do they finally
better be all freaking business?
Yeah.
Enough of this nonsense.
And don't think secretly, quietly, Pete Carroll doesn't want this game.
Oh, of course, as much as Geno does.
Because not only will this keep the Seattle hopes alive another week if they win, This would be his chance to stick it to this Jet team that he probably can't stomach.
Yeah. Hey, I harken back to a Seattle Jet game, December 6th, 1998.
I'm listening.
In the Meadowlands, 4th and goal. Testaverde up the middle, almost fumbles the ball. Down at the 1. Wait, the refs say touchdown.
Yeah.
No instant replay.
Yep.
Clearly down at the 1.
And it's funny, Kevin, that 98 game, we beat them 32-31.
32-31.
Yep.
Parcells even says, I feel sorry for the guys in the other locker room. I've been there.
Yeah.
But hey, sometimes God plays in these games. He says, what do you say? Erickson, you got to wait a while. And Parcells, here's a rabbit's foot.
Exactly. Do you know the last time and now don't get me wrong, we only play them once every 4 years.
You're right.
The last time we beat Seattle was in 2004. We lost to them in 2008, 13-3. We lost to them in 12, 28-7. We lost to them in 16, 27-17. And we lost to them in 2000, 40-3.
I saw a post of Jet Seattle where can't remember what year it was where Curtis Martin just went off, man. He just went off.
Well, that had to be either the 97 season because we beat them 41-3 that year.
Was he here in 97?
I believe so. Those was Parcells years, right? 97.
Yeah, but I thought it took him a year to get Martin.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I think, didn't we have like Adrian Morrell or something?
That might have been the 95 season. We beat them 16-10. We beat them in 86, but that wouldn't have been Morrell.
No, I mean that 97 season, I think that's who our running back was.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, we beat them in 97, 41-3.
Nice. Well, hey.
Yeah, we'll see.
You better beat them this Sunday.
Yeah, no, I agree. And on that, Kevin, we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll hope our boys in green go up there and kick some serious butt. And,
let's do it, man.
We'll be on.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. You're gonna sit there Sunday, and, season's on the line.
Only that sucks, Kevin. For the first time, I wish it wasn't a 4:00 game. I
know. I know.
Sunday, and then if we lose, have like 5 hours before to going to sleep to get it out of my head.
And then the one advantage is knowing whether the Dolphins beat the Patriots or not.
That's true.
They asked him. I watched his press conference today, Salah. They asked him about it. He said, well, of course, it's human nature. We're going to be looking to see who won the game. So
it's just a shame, Kevin. It's just a shame that a team 1 month ago that was so in the playoffs and everything was going good, and everyone loved us and was talking about us, and we finally thought
now you need that rabbit's foot Parcells was talking about.
Yeah. Now you need the luck of Herman Edwards that we did that year where he got us in at 9-7.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right.
All right, my brother. That's it for me on this end.
Same here. You guys have a great New Year's. Hey, New Year's Eve tomorrow, right? Hey, 2023. Can you believe it?
Everyone stay safe out there. Stay smart. We want to see you back here healthy and ready to talk football with us.
And we'll be on Sunday night, New Year's Day, to talk about a great Jet win and going to Miami.
To get into the football God's ears.
All right, you guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. And until then, shut up. Talk to you later.